Hello, Jim and Lady from Shore West Realtors in the very cold Northwoods. I'm in Eagle River today, home of the Ice Castle. Anyways, some year-end statistics for you. Sales are up 13.5% for the year. Good news. Average lake home price up 15%. Off-water up as well too, up 7%. The average lake home price nowadays is about $670,000, a lot of money. I was asked recently, hey, Jim, how do I know that it is the best time to sell? Well, I don't know. That's a tough question. I'm going to answer it with a quote from one of my favorite movies, My Cousin Vinny. So from one of my favorite actors, Mona Lisa Vito. She says, that's a trick question to the judge. And so why is that a trick question? So what I will tell you is that even with, I consider myself a reasonably intelligent person. You may disagree, understand. But I have a lot of market knowledge about real estate here in the Northwoods. It's impossible to predict what's going to happen. What happens if the home next door sells for a ridiculously low price? They're fools, they just want to sell it quickly, and it sells for $200,000 underneath the market value. That affects your market value. Like it or not, it affects it. Likewise, if they sell for a great deal over market value, that brings the values up. We don't have any control over that situation, but it can happen. What happens if the GDP goes way, way up, or the GDP goes way, way down? Consumer confidence falls. Lots of things can happen to the economy that I certainly can't predict. So the other thing is mortgage rates. What are mortgage rates going to do? Here's a map from Freddie Mac here. And if you take out the outlier years, the years around 1980, and then those years between about 2015 and roughly 2023, you really get a curve that sticks around between 5 and 7%. That is really the normal mortgage rate here in the U.S. Expectations below that, I just think they're unrealistic. I just don't think we're going to get below 5%, at least not in the next few years. As you can see, the mortgage rates really haven't changed all that much for the last 50 years, with the exception of those outlier years. But if they do drop a lot, we really do expect, not me, smart people, sit there and say, boy, the real estate market's going to zoom way, way up. And by what's a reasonable number? The reasonable number is probably 6%. Do we think we're going to hit there in this year in 2025? Probably not. Maybe 6.2 or 6.3 by the end of the year. But we can hope. Jim Mullaney coming to you from Shore West Realtors here in a very cold and frigid Eagle River. Thank you.